Hello, fellow internet wanderers. So I was making a budget of what my expenses will be for the next 2 weeks, but I didn't know what games were actually coming out in April. So I headed over to Wikipedia, which of course had a handy little list, but they don't have video support. So I decided I would make a video of all the games you'll be gaming in April of 2014, as well as some jibber-jammer comments from myself.
That's 2 done.
So first up is Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. Now you probably didn't play this because for one, you don't own a Vita, or two, because you have a lot of other games that are better to play on your 3DS. Now you cannot play this game on consoles you already own. It's a Metroidvania game that takes place at the Lamer prison found in the Batman comics. I believe it's the Arkham to Bloodhaven, which is Nightwing's Gotham when he broke up with Batman, or something. Comics. Then you have Goat Simulator, which is this awesome game that everybody's talking about and vining and probably Snapchatting. I wouldn't know since I don't have a smartphone. Hello 2014. Anyway, basically it's a game that is purposefully half broken so you can laugh your ass off while playing it. Mercenary Kings is free for PlayStation Plus subscribers like me and is a Contra Mega Man baby. Basically it has really tough gameplay that post-SNES babies like me don't really enjoy. But if you like it, then that's your thing. Also, it has some loot and some crafting systems for Monster Hunter, so you can also get that too. MLB 14 The Show! This year's baseball game. That's all I have to say. Also, Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. This is an updated Vita game now that includes all of the DLC and one new track by Nobuo Uematsu. Basically, the confusing worded guy who did the soundtrack to Final Fantasy VII, which is probably a better selection of music to listen to than whatever this game's soundtrack is. No offense to said game. Then you have Don Bardman Cricket 14. Basically, if baseball wasn't enough to satisfy you for 2 days, now you have a cricket game that you can play. Seriously, I don't know how sports works. Sportsing sports. Do you sports? Then you have Half Minute Hero, The Second Coming. This is a sequel to a PSP game, but I guess they decided not to put it out on the Vita because it's not selling well. Then again, they also didn't put it out on the 3DS, which is selling really well. So I guess basically nothing says JRPG like Windows Computer. Then you have The Elder Scrolls Online, which is probably the biggest game of April. It's only on PC right now, but it will be coming to consoles later on. Now this was a game that a lot of people were kind of hesitantly excited for. Now that the beta testers, aka early adopters, all have downloaded it, I can tell you what they typed and published onto the internet, which is that it's pretty darn good. Now I'm looking forward to this game coming out on consoles after the semester, so that hopefully maybe I can actually get into a big MMO. Kinect Sports Rivals also comes out, so for those of you who believe that motion gaming is the future, you can now use your Kinect for something other than signing in and yelling at your TV. The Wolf Among Us Episode 3, A Crooked Mile, is out now for those of you who have been following Telltale's recent episodic series. It's a prequel to the comic series Fables. I've been reviewing them as they've been coming out. I haven't exactly gotten around to episode 3 yet for whatever reason, but I have heard rumblings on social media and podcasts and whatnot that I follow that this one is pretty good. Titanfall comes out on 360. If you didn't already know it, you can save $390 by buying a game for a console you already own instead of buying a shiny new box that has no compelling first-party games like the PlayStation 4. Actually, I've been playing a lot of Titanfall on the Xbox 360, and it's really good. The same can't be said for Jimmy Champagne, who's been having a lot of troubles with it on PC. Lego The Hobbit, the video game, comes out. Honestly, I do not like the movies at all. I actually plan on torrenting them and studying them so I can tear them apart in a hate-fueled YouTube video just like Mr. Plinkett did to the Star Wars prequels. Honestly, because I'm a white, middle-class, first-world, problem-filled college kid with nothing better to do. Oh wait, there are still Lego games? Disney Magical World comes out on the 3DS, and all Wikipedia had to say about this game is that it is a life simulation video game for the Nintendo 3DS. The game was released in Japan on August 1st, 2013, and April 11th, 2014 in North America. So yeah, get it on your 3DS today, because I'm doing these later than one normally would. Football Manager Classic 2014 comes out. Now, football means many different things to different people when spoken aloud. When it's written as football, which it is on the title screen here, you think of American football. However, it's actually about soccer, which is spelled football elsewhere. So if you never saw the cover art like I did when reading lists on Wikipedia, you would think it's football. Also, Valve is listed as a distributor, so fun fact of the day. Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn is the other big MMO this month. It's basically something that was a near disaster when it first came out, but then was literally reborn, rebranded, and resold to people, and actually ended up being a big financial savior for Square Enix. Now, the PlayStation blog on their latest PlayStation Store update said that you can now download this for free on my PS4, and I thought it was a free weekend promotion thing, but when I went to play the game, it told me no. So now my PS4 is 11 gigabytes less free, and I'm less happy. 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil. More sports games, because people really love sportsing it up out there in the sports world. I know this is a soccer game because 1, it says FIFA in the title, and 2, because it also has Brazil in the title, which really wouldn't happen unless it was a soccer game. Also, it was a setting of Max Payne 3, which is a game I didn't like, but they also didn't give Max Payne 3 a cool Brazil subtitle like Max Payne 3 Blazin' Brazil, or Max Payne 3 Brazil, this ain't no damn Belize. Or they didn't like spell out Brazil in Braille on the thing so you could like feel it and it'll be Brazil. I don't know, it's alliteration jokes. Yeah. Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars. This is a sequel to a game that didn't come out in English at all, and it's also been compared to Persona, but in the it's not as good as Persona angle. Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood. This is a PC version of an Xbox game. Basically, you play as a little kid whose even littler kid brother is messing around with your toys, so you decide to search ways to get rid of them, and you accidentally open a portal to a magic world that sucks him in, and then you gotta go save him. I guess safe search was turned off when he searched those things. Mobius Empire Rising comes out. Now, I only included this because 1, Mobius is a cool-ass name, and 2, Empire Rising made me think that it was going to be like this cool sci-fi RTS for PC. Turns out it's not. It's actually an adventure game where you kind of explore and discover secrets and mysteries and stuff. And there's this big conspiracy thing that's all around you, and there's this dead girl that you probably have a crush on. And also, your character's name is Rectus, which is really too close to rectum. Then you have War of the Vikings, which, again, I thought was going to be an RTS game for the PC. Turns out it's a third-person action, competitive, multiplayer, class-based game with Vikings and English soldiers, I think? I don't know. Pure Chess. Chess, now in 1080p. Trials Fusion is this uber-popular Microsoft exclusive. Now it's actually going to be coming over to PlayStation consoles, which is great, but I'm probably still never going to actually play it. Then you have Demon Gaze. So the main guy in this game has a magic eye that really reminds me of Lelouch from Code Geass. How do you pronounce that anyway? Ken Levine? Also, it's another dungeon crawler for the Vita. So if you like those, here's some more. Batman Arkham Origins Cold Heart DLC. Remember that game it was cool to hate on last year? You don't? Oh. Well, anyway, there's some more DLC with it, if you care, which you probably don't. Oh wait, there's a new Rocksteady game coming out, and it's Batman, and it's... Wait. What? Then you have Warface. I originally wrote Warfare, because even when I'm typing I can't be coherent, but then now that it's Warface, I actually can't think of anything besides War Machine, except instead of being a deadlier, grayer version of Iron Man, it's basically his giant head shooting fire and ice out of his floppy disk mouth. Draw that, Max Scoville. Dark Souls 2 finally comes over to the PC. Now my friend Trevor absolutely loves this game, and I guess if you haven't already played it on the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360, you can get it on the PC. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad of a reputation like the previous one did. NES Remix 2 comes out in a quicker turnaround than Valve putting out Left 4 Dead 2. Nintendo pumps out another NES Remix this month. You would think after playing off of nostalgia for 20 years, it would get old, but apparently not for man babies. I'm just kidding, it's actually probably going to be a good game. Then you have Daylight. Exploding doors! It's not something that you will find in this game, unfortunately. What you will find is a survival horror game created by Zombie Studios. It's also being powered by Unreal Engine 4, though there is no word on whether or not lava demons and ice angels are doing battle in the background. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. This title is really close to PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which is funny because Sony put that out on their PS3 as well, though this game will probably sell better than it. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie, now the game. Last but not least, you have Child of Light. This is being developed and published by Ubisoft. Now, the key words used to attract nerds to this game are Far Cry 3, Limbo, Final Fantasy VIII, Vagrant Story, side-scrolling RPG, and Studio Ghibli. This is also the last game of April. Goodbye.